top cologne fragrances I would blindly recommend. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about 10 fragrance cheapies, clones if you will, that I would blindly recommend. And in fact, there's something unique to this as well. So these are all fragrances that I personally love. It lasts. I believe in the quality and in the product in itself, and I personally go on record recommending and will continue to. You can also find these now live on shoparomatics.com, where that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. Only products that I truly believe in, only products that I would wear myself personally or recommend, like Aether Extrate and plenty of the other fragrances that we will get into in the rest of the video. What you can also expect with Shop AROMATIX is that we're gonna be finding a lot of unique and new brands to the States, not necessarily new in general, because there are so many brands in the Middle East that I've grown up knowing that just don't have an avenue here in the States. And by making Shop AROMATIX, we're gonna be making that possible to those brands to be able to shift over here. I mean, aren't you, like, I'm all for it, man. I'm excited to get them here. Brands that are niche, Middle Eastern, even something that would be considered indie niche, if you will, from Italy, from France, and all of that good stuff. So I love you guys, and thank you for your unwavering support that made this possible, and I cannot wait to contribute something more unique and fun, as well as value back into the community, aside from just making my fragrances, which are niche quality stuff for affordable prices. My margins are those, like you guys, the profits on that, like we're selling it anywhere from $50 to $60, and they're middlemen, and you get the idea. I'm here for a change, and in any way possible, and Shop AROMATIX, I feel like, will allow me to do even more of that change. So thank you guys for your unwavering support. None of it wouldn't have been possible without you guys. So today's list is only going to be some of the best clones, and you can find them all there. Starting with something that's fresh, that's soapy, that's clean, and has the clear note of tea, it's going to be Essence Blanc by French Avenue. One of the best inspirations for imagination, Louis Vuitton, and it definitely gets that tea. That's the one thing that a lot of people don't realize that imagination really captures nicely on, because of how natural the tea accord is in that fragrance. A lot of the other inspos are pretty good too. Some of them are more so twists, but this one, and they're not bad actually, but this one has the clearest cut tea note. It also lasts the entire day. It projects pretty nicely. Imagination is one of those clones where, to be honest with you, like, if you really like it, you might want to try and save for the original, but in the meantime, Essence Blanc is fantastic. Since we're talking about this one, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the only one. This is called Marwa, also available, has a bit of a higher premium in regards to the quality of the presentation, that pressurized atomizer. And this one might project a little bit more than even Essence Blanc, but in terms of the closeness to the fragrance, it doesn't really capture the same crisp nature of the aromatic tea. It does seem like a touch more spice is going to be Essence Blanc than in this one. But for the most part, both of these will be in the same vein, this having a bit more soapy and a thicker scent profile than Essence Blanc. But both of these are excellent, outstanding, and I don't get less than 8 hours with either one of those. If you like fragrances like BR540, Instant Crush, etc., this is called Amora Lumiere. This has been the closest thing to it. The quality of this is straight up like designer and niche. As soon as you spray it on, you can smell just straight up clear juice. You get that amberwood, some of that saffron, and the Instant Crush DNA with the ginger and a lot of those fruits. It smells high-end and high quality. This is one that I would personally recommend you spray at least 6 times, because you can go nose blind to it. And then with that being said, especially on clothing, it'll last a good 8 to 9 hours as well. High quality stuff. You will also be able to find all the aromatics fragrances, the new ones, including X Xandal, which is coming out soon. One of, mark my words, the sexiest vanilla and booze fragrances, period. And it smells nothing like Angel Share. Nothing like Angel Share, trust me. Unisex, clear bottle, super sexy stuff. Another thing that I wanted to add to this website to try and help you guys make a more informed and educated purchase, and so that you know exactly what you're gonna get, is I thought that there were a couple of twists that I personally enjoy. And so I wanted to say no redundancies, but it doesn't make sense, because personally, I like Essence Blanc with the added tea, and I like this one because of its added soapiness. There are different aspects to it. So while I am carrying both of these, what I will do and try my best to do is tell you and let you know what it's inspired by telling you guys how much performance it's given me at how many sprays. So whenever I have my team go and put them in the database. I will tell them what it smells like it's inspired by or what it could remind you of, and also performances at certain levels of sprays. Also, if you need any help throughout the website or navigating it, there's a contact section. There's also a chat with ours that, a live agent can help you guys with. Any questions, any, regards. We don't have international shipping just yet. We will be working on into Canada and Mexico, and then God willing in the future into international shipping. One of the main goals of this website was to have a landing page for my fragrances. When you go to purchase Louis Vuittons, or when you go to purchase Parfums de Marly or anything, they have a landing page, an authenticity page, if you will, where you can go and learn about new fragrances, where it's going to be released, and where you can purchase them. And that was what it started as, and this is what it became. So if you want to see the newest releases, that's where you'll be able to see them, and also purchase some of my fragrances, as well as finding them on other discounters as well. And also a section that's going to be called New Release News. A lot of Middle Eastern brands really get, shoved under the carpet, or not many people hear or know about them. And this gives them a channel and an avenue as to which they can contact me through that contact page, help@shoparomatics, and submit some of their, new fragrances, where we can put them on that platform for you guys to be informed of what's to come. Everything is going through rigorous testings and approvals, and only the best make it onto this website, and that is the goal. So you can rest assured knowing that they truly are only the best. So that's pretty much it. And now with that out of the way, into the video. Moving on to the next one. This is Bravanzo Vestige. Will not give you less than a day's worth of performance. It has this grapefruit, citruses, aromatics, herbs, and then it starts to dry down into something woody. Reminds me a lot of Bulgari Tiger. Performance on this is next level. It smells premium, and it sells for like 50 bucks. By Afnan, you should already know this. Aventus Supremacy, not only intense. Yes, this is a all-day performer when it comes to Aventus fruity batch DNAs. It still has a little bit of the smoky vibe, but it does emphasis more so on that pineapple and black currant, at least to my nose. It's not as smoky as some of the other Aventus inspos, and that's why I personally have this one as well. This is the one I would recommend, and the Eau de Parfum. I'm carrying the Eau de Parfum and the Extrait. Some people love the EET. And for me personally, I don't find that it's my favorite one, but I do plan on picking it up just for the, for those of you who enjoy it, to have it available on the website as well. But this has a lot more of that birchy nature. If you want something that's less woody, smoky, that's the birchy nature I was referencing. Then Supremacy, not only intense, fruity, woodsy, very masculine as well, and muskier than something like this, which has all those same characteristics and traits, but the woodsy nature of this is a bit more smoky. It smells like a roasted version, if you will, of this. Both last all freaking day. On to the next one is the brand new Supremacy Collector Edition. And this is one of the best. And this is an Aventus Absolute Twist. It's not the closest clone. Absolute Noir by Atralia is a really, really good one that's clear cut. But this one, it's softer on the barbershop-y vibe. With Absolute Aventus, I get this spicy licorice with the Aventus DNA. This one tones down some of that spice from the licorice and adds a bit more like this soft jasmine. And what that does is makes it more approachable, easier to wear, but it also lasts all day. It does smell like it's in this vein, but a lot more sophisticated because it tones down that birch. There isn't much of that spice, a lot more of those florals, but it smells super sexy. Aventus Absolute, discontinued at $500. This, around 45, 50 bucks. Quality of this, in comparison to Aventus Absolute, I mean, it's still pretty up there. If we put it on the same playing field, this is like an 8.75. Aventus Absolute is like 10 out of 10 quality. But this, in a cheapy rum quality, 10 out of 10. There's no doubts about it. Moving on to the next one. This is a straight up clone of Bulgari Tiger. It's called Tarathi Blue. Also lasts all day. The difference between this and something like Bravanzo Vestige is this one is going to come off a bit more herbal. So it has more of a crisp nature, maybe even slightly more spiced if you're not familiar with the way that herbs are going to smell. Almost spiced territory, but it's not the same thing. Just think of kitchen herbs. This one will be more crisp in that sense. This one has more of this blue shower gel and musk vibe. So whereas the gel is enhanced in this one, the herbs are more enhanced, and it does make a big difference. In the same family, not same realm. They're both in that blue, so if you like blue fragrances, shower gel vibe, one just takes things more with the projection because of those crisp natures to it, but it can come off as something that if you don't like crisp, might turn you off. And this one goes more into the gel. If you don't like musky and gel, might turn you off. Either way, both of these are outstanding. And I personally find that although they're close, they're not too redundant. It really just depends on you. I have them both, and I personally see a difference between both of them enough to warrant them as different fragrances, at least for the most part. Moving on to the next one, this is the best inspired by of Arabian Tonka. It's Riff's Momento. Riff's has come a long way. There's an Extrait de Parfum concentration. Longevity for this one doesn't give me less than all day, but I do spray it on a good like 6 to 8 times. That atomizer isn't the best thing, but the quality of this is really good. You really get that quality sugar. And the reason I say that is because I can almost sense like a granule texture to it. It's not just a mush of what smells like sweetness, right? That you'll find in some lower quality ones. Also spiced saffron and woods, I can taste this. I can literally taste this. If it wasn't for the atomizer, you'd probably just have to spray it 4 times, but the atomizer is relatively short. You can't find this anywhere right now except for Shop Aromatics as well. Moving on to the next one, this is called Aether Extrate. It is by far the closest inspired by of Greenlee, at least to my nose. Even then, I don't think it's the closest thing in the world, but on the market, it is. Some people swear by it, and they're like, it's spitting image, spot on. For me, it's like 85%. The one thing with the Greenlee is I never got more than about 5 hours, and it was crazy that people were reviewing this and saying that they were getting all day, especially on clothing. So on clothing, it does give you more performance, but I never got 5.5 to 7 hours, more than 7 hours, that is. For the most part, I think 5 hours, you're set. For the price though, and what you're getting, it smells really good. It's aromatic, it's crisp, it's got this green apple, it's very mass appealing, it's super easy to wear. And in all honesty, I find this to be like PDM's recreation of something in this realm of like aromatic, musky, and woody fragrances with that addition of green apple. So Aether Extrate, one of the best smelling scent profiles and definitely the best clone of Greenlee. A few more here on this list, and this one is Imagine Qa'ad al-Fursan on steroids. It blows it out of the water, and that's one of the reasons I made it available on Shop Aromatics. It's 9 PM Rebel. Woods, pineapple, super easy to like, unisex, and it'll last the entire freaking day. No ifs, ands, or buts, period. It's got this Baccarat meets like Hachivat DNA, or Baccarat meets Aventus DNA. Next level. It does cost a little bit more so than 9 PM, but the cost on this is also higher. And that's another pro to this website is I'm gonna be transparent as fudge with you guys, man. Like, this is how much it costs you guys. Like, you know, that's what it is. But anyways, 9 PM Rebel. Beastly stuff when it comes to that Baccarat Aventus style DNA. Moving on to the next one, Nitro White. I had to have this. It's got that watermelon vibe with added vanilla. It's watermelon, it's Baccarat-y vibe, Invictus-y vibe, and also adding a heavy dose of vanilla. This one is also available and lasts all freaking day. I personally wear this one still during spring, fall, and during the winter time. I also believe it to be unisex. They do have the Intensely. I don't have it available, but Perfume Box, you can find it on Perfume Box, and that stuff is like 4 sprays max. 4 sprays max. Yeah. Wrapping this up with a couple more fragrances. This is called Al-Noor by Arabat Prestige. When I saw these bottles, I knew right away, first off, I have to have this for myself. Second off, I mean, I really wanted to like bite it or I don't know, something. Atomizer on this is amazing. The scent profile of this, oh my God. It has that same Dior intense style of iris, except it's got tea and some dry down of powdery sandalwood or woodsy vibe. This smells a lot like Gris Charnel. It smells fucking niche. This right here. It's called Al-Noor by Arabat Prestige. So damn good. This is niche for less $100 easily. Also from the same brand, when I first discovered these in Vegas, I knew right away you guys, A, have to know about it, B, I have to have it, and C, I want to make it available. It's called Mahd Al-Dhahab by Arabat Prestige as well. This has got cognac, red berries, and a lot of citruses at the top. A little unusual because it takes what we know, you know, boozy fragrances with vanilla to just be exactly that, booze, spice, vanilla. This one adds a lot of citruses, some jammy nature to it, and as it dries down, it has powdery wood. So sexy and unisex. If you like those boozy vibes with some fruits and spice, it's gonna be this one. This is inspired by Born to Stand Out Drunk Lovers. Last but not least, one of my favorite. This is top 10 sheepies of all time. Obviously, it should be, right? Like, that's the whole point of this, is only the best. It's called Al-Mukhtalif by Nusuk Silver. Not the gold. Please do not mistake this with the gold. The gold, or the whatever it is. The gold, I believe, is available everywhere, but this, only with me. It's got pineapple and delicate, musky white florals. Unisex as hell, smells fantastic, and it reminds me a lot of Lamar. This is amazing. My sister loves it. My mom loves it. I freaking love it. And the performance for this one is really good. This gives me a minimum of 6 hours, up to 8.5 hours. And because of its scent profile, I was honestly surprised at the way that this projected and lasted. It's light, it's diffusive, it smells expensive, and that is pretty much it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, 10 cologne fragrances that are worth every freaking penny. Check these out wherever you want to purchase them from. Shop AROMATIX is just another tool in our belt that you guys can use. And I personally appreciate every one of you guys and anybody who's going to check out Shop AROMATIX. It's a passion project. I love it. I love you guys, and none of it could have been possible without you. And I hope that this project makes it that much easier for you to rest assured that you're getting authentic, because it comes directly from the source, straight from the owners to your doorstep. And that's another guarantee that I can give you with Shop AROMATIX. Can't express enough how grateful I am. And here's to another journey together and another year together. From sitting on the corner of my bed to this. Blessed, honored, humbled, and extremely grateful. My name is Neve. Thank you for tuning back into AROMATIX, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Take Shop AROMATIX as like a standard, if you will. If it's good enough, it'll end up there. If not, does this mean that everything that's, good is going to end up there, or everything that's not on there is bad? No. Maybe. Who knows? All right, that's enough. Bye.